Picture this. It's 2 a.m. You're sleeping peacefully when suddenly a lightning bolt of pain shoots through your calf muscle. You wake up screaming, your leg feels like it's locked in a vise, and you're desperately trying to stretch out that excruciating Charlie horse. Sound familiar? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. In fact, if you're over 60, there's a 60% chance you've experienced this nightmare scenario. And here's the kicker. Most of you suffering through these midnight torture sessions have no idea that the solution might be sitting right in your kitchen cabinet. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I'm Dr. John Harrison, and after 5 decades of practicing medicine and helping thousands of patients overcome their health challenges, I've discovered something that the pharmaceutical industry doesn't want you to know. Mother Nature has already provided us with powerful weapons against leg cramps, and they don't come with a laundry list of side effects or a hefty price tag. Today, I'm going to share with you the 5 most potent foods that can literally stop leg cramps in their tracks. But before we dive into these nutritional powerhouses, let me ask you something. How many nights have you lost sleep because of leg cramps? How many times have you hobbled around your bedroom at 3 a.m. cursing under your breath? And more importantly, how much would it be worth to you to never experience that agony again? Understanding the enemy. What are leg cramps? Before we talk about the solution, let's understand what we're dealing with. Leg cramps aren't just random acts of muscular rebellion. They're sudden, involuntary, and intensely painful muscle contractions that typically affect your calf, foot, or thigh muscles. Think of your muscle as a well-trained orchestra, and a cramp as every musician suddenly playing a different tune at maximum volume. Here's what's happening inside your body that most doctors won't explain. As we age, our tendons naturally shorten, and we experience age-related loss of motor neurons, particularly in our legs. This creates a perfect storm for muscle cramping. Add to this the fact that many seniors are unknowingly deficient in key minerals, and you've got a recipe for those midnight wake-up calls from hell. The statistics are staggering. Studies show that up to 50% of elderly outpatients suffer from leg cramps, with 20% dealing with them for more than 10 years. Even more shocking? Only 40% of sufferers ever tell their doctor about it. Why? Because most people think it's just an inevitable part of aging. Well, I'm here to tell you that's absolutely false. The nutritional connection. Why food is your first line of defense. Now, you might be wondering, Dr. John Harrison, why are you talking about food when my doctor prescribed me medications? Here's the truth that Big Pharma doesn't want you to hear. While quinine was once the go-to treatment for leg cramps, it's no longer recommended due to serious side effects and drug interactions. Most other medications have limited evidence of effectiveness, leaving many of you feeling helpless. But here's where it gets interesting. Your muscles are incredibly sophisticated machines that require specific nutrients to function properly. When these nutrients are deficient, your muscles start to malfunction, and that malfunction often shows up as cramps. The beautiful thing about addressing leg cramps through nutrition is that you're not just treating the symptom, you're fixing the underlying problem while nourishing your entire body. Food number 1, bananas, the potassium powerhouse. Let's start with the food that everyone thinks they know about, but very few understand properly. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doctor, I've heard about bananas and potassium before. But stick with me, because what I'm about to tell you goes far deeper than what you've heard. A medium-sized banana contains approximately 400 to 420 milligrams of potassium. But here's what most people don't realize. Potassium works in partnership with sodium to control nerve impulses and muscle contractions. When you're potassium deficient, your muscles can't relax properly after contracting, leading to those painful cramps. But bananas aren't just about potassium. They also contain magnesium, which acts as a natural muscle relaxant, and vitamin B6, which helps your body absorb and utilize magnesium more effectively. It's like nature created the perfect anti-cramp package and wrapped it in a convenient yellow wrapper. Here's my recommendation. Eat 1 banana about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Why not right before bed? Because the natural sugars can give you a slight energy boost that might interfere with sleep. The timing allows your body to absorb and distribute the nutrients while you're winding down for the night. Pro tip: if you're diabetic or watching your sugar intake, don't worry. The fiber in bananas helps slow down sugar absorption, and the potassium benefits far outweigh the modest carbohydrate content. You can also try eating half a banana with some nuts to further slow sugar absorption. Food number 2, dark leafy greens, the magnesium miracle workers. If bananas are the opening act, then dark leafy greens are the headlining performance in our anti-cramp concert. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and collard greens are absolutely loaded with magnesium, the mineral I call nature's muscle relaxer. Here's a fascinating fact that will blow your mind. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, and muscle contraction and relaxation is one of its most critical functions. And studies suggest that up to 80% of Americans literally can't relax properly. But here's where it gets really interesting. Dark leafy greens don't just provide magnesium. They also contain folate, which supports nerve function, and calcium, which works together with magnesium to regulate muscle contractions. It's like having an entire pharmacy in your salad bowl. 1 cup of cooked spinach provides about 157 milligrams of magnesium. That's nearly 40% of your daily needs. Compare that to magnesium supplements, which often cause digestive upset, and you'll see why food-based sources are superior. My recommendation: aim for at least 1 large serving of dark leafy greens daily. If you're not a salad person, try adding spinach to smoothies. You won't even taste it. Or saute some kale with garlic and olive oil as a side dish. The key is consistency. Your body needs a steady supply of these nutrients to maintain optimal muscle function. Food number 3, almonds and seeds, the calcium magnesium dream team. Now, let's talk about one of my absolute favorite anti-cramp foods, almonds and other nuts and seeds. These little nutritional powerhouses are like having a pharmacy and a gourmet snack all rolled into one. Almonds are particularly special because they contain both magnesium and calcium in nearly perfect proportions for muscle health. 1 ounce of almonds, about 23 nuts, provides 80 milligrams of magnesium and 75 milligrams of calcium. But here's the kicker. They also contain vitamin E, which acts as an antioxidant to protect your muscle tissues from damage. Pumpkin seeds are another superstar in this category. Just 1 ounce provides a whopping 168 milligrams of magnesium. That's 42% of your daily needs. They're also rich in zinc, which supports muscle repair and recovery. But let me tell you something that most nutritionists won't mention. The timing of when you eat these foods matters tremendously. I recommend having a small handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds as an evening snack, about 1 to 2 hours before bed. This gives your body time to absorb and distribute these muscle-supporting nutrients while you sleep. Here's a pro tip that I've been sharing with my patients for decades. If you're prone to leg cramps, keep a small container of almonds on your nightstand. If you do wake up with a cramp, eat 4 to 5 almonds along with stretching the affected muscle. The magnesium will help prevent future cramps, while the act of chewing can help distract from the pain. Food number 4, sweet potatoes, the complex carbohydrate champion. Sweet potatoes might seem like an unlikely hero in our fight against leg cramps, but they're actually one of the most underrated anti-cramp foods on the planet. Let me explain why this orange wonder deserves a permanent place on your dinner plate. First, sweet potatoes are absolutely loaded with potassium, even more than bananas. 1 medium sweet potato contains about 540 milligrams of potassium, plus significant amounts of magnesium and calcium. But that's just the beginning of their magic. Sweet potatoes also contain complex carbohydrates that help stabilize your blood sugar throughout the night. Why does this matter for leg cramps? When your blood sugar drops too low during sleep, it can trigger muscle spasms and cramps. The slow-releasing energy from sweet potatoes helps prevent these nighttime blood sugar crashes. But here's the really interesting part. Sweet potatoes are rich in vitamin B6, which is essential for proper nerve function and helps your body produce neurotransmitters that regulate muscle contractions. They also contain vitamin A in the form of beta-carotene, which supports overall muscle health and recovery. My recommendation: include sweet potatoes in your dinner 2 to 3 times per week. You can bake them, mash them, or even add them to soups and stews. The key is to eat them as part of your evening meal, so the nutrients have time to work their magic while you sleep. Here's a recipe I often share with my patients. Bake a sweet potato and top it with a small amount of almond butter and a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. You're getting potassium from the potato, magnesium from the almond butter and pumpkin seeds, and healthy fats to help with nutrient absorption. It's like a leg cramp prevention meal in one delicious package. Food number 5, fatty fish, the omega-3 anti-inflammatory powerhouse. Our final food might surprise you, but fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are incredibly powerful weapons against leg cramps. Let me explain why these swimming superstars deserve a place on your plate. Fatty fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, which have powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Now, you might be wondering what inflammation has to do with leg cramps. Here's the connection. Chronic low-grade inflammation can interfere with proper nerve and muscle function, making you more susceptible to cramping. But that's not all. Fatty fish are also excellent sources of several nutrients crucial for muscle health. Salmon, for example, provides potassium, magnesium, and B vitamins, particularly B12, which is essential for proper nerve function. Sardines are incredibly rich in calcium. One 3.75-ounce can provides about 325 milligrams, which is about a third of your daily needs. Here's something fascinating that most people don't know. The vitamin D in fatty fish plays a crucial role in muscle function and calcium absorption. Vitamin D deficiency, which is extremely common in seniors, can contribute to muscle weakness and cramping. My recommendation: aim for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week. If you're not a fish lover, start with milder options like salmon, or try adding canned sardines to salads or pasta dishes. The key is to make it a regular part of your diet, not just an occasional treat. The hydration connection, the missing piece of the puzzle. Before we wrap up our countdown, I need to address something that's often overlooked but absolutely critical: hydration. Even if you're eating all the right foods, dehydration can still trigger leg cramps. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, and many seniors are chronically dehydrated without realizing it. Here's my recommendation: aim for 8 to 10 glasses of water throughout the day, with the last large glass consumed about 2 hours before bedtime. This prevents middle-of-the-night bathroom trips while ensuring your muscles stay properly hydrated. You can also include herbal teas, which provide hydration plus additional beneficial compounds. Beyond food, additional tips for prevention. While food is your first line of defense, there are a few additional strategies that can amplify your results. Gentle stretching before bed, staying active during the day, and ensuring you're getting adequate sleep all support muscle health and can reduce your risk of cramping. The research shows that compression stockings might also help, though more studies are needed. If you're dealing with frequent severe cramps, these might be worth discussing with your healthcare provider. Your journey to cramp-free nights starts now. As we wrap up today's video, I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine sleeping through the entire night without interruption. Imagine waking up refreshed, with no memory of midnight muscle spasms. Imagine having the confidence to go to bed knowing that your muscles will support you, not sabotage you. This isn't just a dream. It's entirely achievable with the right nutritional approach. The 5 foods we've discussed today aren't just random recommendations. They're scientifically backed, time-tested solutions that address the root causes of leg cramps, not just the symptoms. Remember, you have more control over your health than you might think. While aging is inevitable, suffering through painful leg cramps is not. By making these simple dietary changes, you're not just preventing cramps, you're investing in your overall health and quality of life. If this video has helped you understand leg cramps better, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs this information. Subscribe to my channel for more evidence-based health tips that can transform your life. And most importantly, start implementing these changes today. Your muscles and your sleep will thank you. What's the first food you're going to add to your anti-cramp arsenal? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment and love hearing about your success stories. Until next time, stay healthy, stay strong, and sleep cramp-free.